grandstand finish there, as usual, sort of pulled it back to 3-2, but that first half, probably the quietest half we've seen here at Broadhurst for a while.
Yeah, listen, we're really disappointed with the first half. Our quality of play was not at the levels that we kind of expect. We didn't get the ball through the pitch well enough that we normally can, or that we showed certainly in the second half that we can. And we didn't put the ball in areas that were going to hurt the opposition enough, and we didn't ask enough questions. The first 15 minutes we started quite bright, and then we faded in that first half. And we needed to show more courage. We needed to be braver. We needed to play more quality, and we needed to set higher standards really for each other. And that's something that obviously we need to address. At half time we kind of did that. We changed the formation a little bit. We made some tactical changes. We came out and we're on the front foot. We played with energy, played with quality. We made chances. Obviously, we scored the goals that came later on in the game. We probably needed them a little bit earlier, which could have a better lifeline in the game. It's disappointing that the goals we conceded today, they are the issue. And some of that is structural problems. And some of that's just lack of quality and really poor decision making defending, and they're the areas that we need to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say, obviously they had two corners in quick succession. The first one was a warning shot. The number 4 got to it, headed it a goalward, it got a deflection, gave him the second corner, but then they repeated the same corner. And this time, obviously, he got a clear head on it. Obviously, it shouldn't have come as a surprise to us. Maybe they would do the same thing again, but obviously they got a lot of joy off that.
Yeah, they've got some, strong and big boys in that box, and if we give them chances to put the ball on us and make us defend, they might get some joy with that, and that's really disappointing from our perspective. I guess we were a little bit too reactive really, and not proactive enough in our defending, and we didn't deal with things early enough, which is why the ball became them situations. And like I say, our structure of our team needs to be a little bit better, and that's things that we will be changing, and that's a given really. But last week we did set plays reasonably well, but we've lost a marker, and somebody's got a free header, and that's not good enough from our perspective, and we need to sort that.
Yeah, I mean the second goal was a bit of a freak goal, because obviously the deflection came off one of our players. And just fell perfectly for their guy, who had a free run on goal, because we weren't set for that particular thing. But obviously going into the second half, a couple of changes. What was the thinking behind those?
The changes just to give us fresh energy, fresh impetus to the game. We changed shapes. We need different qualities at different positions. So that was the thinking really behind the changes, and those that joined give us a little bit of energy and life. But I think the changes apart, I think more mentality, players more on the front foot, but challenging them in terms of the level of quality, and the level of quality was better in the second half. Having said that, we made some errors and too many mistakes, certainly in the deeper part of the pitch, but we've got a lot of work to do, and these will be addressed and amended pretty quickly really.
Yeah, I mean, sort of like third goal we conceded, it felt like a bit soft, but then obviously, as we always seem to do at Broadhurst Park, we started pulling it back. Obviously, Dante had shown what he could do in the last couple of games, and again he turned it on.
Yeah, we got through a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper before they got their shape, which allowed us to be more dynamic, put more balls in the box, threaten the back line, and we did that, and that's obviously where Dante's goal came. Dante's goal and the chances that we created kind of came from really. But we need to be more progressive with our passing. We need to be better at transitions. We need to be more direct with counter attacks. And on the flip side of that, our transitions to defending and preventing opportunities and goals, we need to be far better at that. And these are things that we've just discussed in there, and like I say, we will be making them changes this week.
Yeah, I mean, we'd sort of move into the last sort of 15 minutes. Obviously, Dante sort of sets us up for the grandstand. 89 minutes, Curtis pops up with a rare goal. When you think anything's possible, obviously you don't want to dig out the referee, but he gave 3 cards for dissent, which is rare in a game.
Yeah.
I can't remember giving it. And then Charlie Monroe was running through on about 70 minutes, got absolutely taken out by their number 5, basically on the run, and not a single card. And then we get into the sort of final injury time. We're given 4 minutes, time wasted. The referee's pointed at his watch to the opposition, showing I'm going to play more minutes. And then he blows a whistle pretty much bang on 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's fair to say the referee probably didn't have a good day. Harlow 5 didn't get a second yellow card for the tackle on Charlie. At the pace that he's running, bang central part of the pitch, not only does the ball go past him, he holds the player and he drops to the floor. In terms of a second yellow, that one surprises me. And again, I guess these are the little things that maybe aren't quite going our way at certain times, but listen, we as a group and we need to take more responsibility. We can look at refereeing decisions, how we react, how we deal with them situations. We've got to be better, but we've got to take more accountability and more responsibility for things that we can control. And that's our energy, that's our intensity, that's our mentality and approach to the game, and that's our levels of quality. And unfortunately, whether the 5 should have got second yellow or not, we've not performed to the levels that we are capable of, and not the levels that I've seen on Thursday night at training. And we need to get them training performances to come to fruition on the pitch, and I guess that's my job, and that's something that needs sorting and will be sorted as soon as possible.
We've talked with Renault a few times about basically the search for sort of like the natural number 9. The things that Gavidon and Woodcock give you is pace and energy up front. Do you think there's an opportunity to play that ball long sooner? Because I think sometimes they can run onto stuff and get sort of set pieces, maybe get on a one-on-one or something like that. Sometimes it feels like we're playing the ball slowly out, and they're kind of then just being swamped.
Yeah, something I've noticed, really, really prevalently in the sort of 9 days that I've been here, we don't pass the ball forward quick enough. We want to play backwards and sideways too much, and we need to play more penetrated passes, because they're the passes that are going to hurt the opposition, especially when you've got the quality of front players that we have, with the pace, the energy, the trickery. We need to supply them players and get the ball to them quicker. The opposition today, they were organised, they got the 2 banks of 4 and they got behind the ball quickly, which then makes it harder to get them passes through them. It makes it more challenging to get the ball to the more dangerous players. And that kind of played into their hands really. And we need to be more progressive, more penetrative with our play. And that's something that we need sorted.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at sort of the opposition's forwards today, they played with pace and they were very quick to go to ground, which basically, like it or not, basically is part of the game. But they were winning. I think they won sort of like that first half, particularly. They won set piece after set piece, and literally were just grind away with sort of like these chances, throw-ins, free kicks from all over the place, and it was kind of like probably not the template of how we want to play, but possibly gives a clue to basically how it's successful.
I mean that's the Northern Prem. Yeah. That's a level. People will ask questions of you. People will be direct at times. People will turn you around. They'll make you run towards your own goal. They'll make you defend. Yeah, and I guess the last couple of games when we've been put under that kind of pressure, we've not defended with the resilience and aggression and tenacity that maybe we need to. And again, I guess the transitions of the team need to be better. We need to recover quicker. We need to support. We need to have better structure. And because all those things play a part in how well you defend. And to be fair to them, like I say, after that sort of first 10-15 minute period where we were kind of in the ascendancy, they put us under pressure and they asked questions of us. We didn't answer them as well as we needed to. And that's obviously why we're 2-0 down at half time, and therefore we need to be better.
Okay, so we're moving to this week now. We've got 2 training sessions, and I think you've only had 2 training sessions with the team, so obviously a little bit of a baptism of fire because the game's been coming quick and fast with the Bamber Bridge game in the midweek. What are you looking to impress on the team between now and Gainsborough?
Yeah, there's lots to work on. Like I've sort of alluded to already, really, we need to be more progressive. We need to pass the ball forward quicker. We need to play out with more quality. That's some of the in possession stuff. Out possession, we need to have better structure. We need to transition better. We need to be less expansive and be more compact at times. Because there was too many counter-attacking threats there for me today, and the whole structure of the team needs to be improved, and that'll help us with the ball. Players are in the right positions, out possession. Therefore, when you get the ball up in the right positions, without losing that, that proactive front foot, high energy, attacking football that we want, and it's finding that balance really, and that's what we'll be working on this week.
Okay.